I'm live. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Lispy Librarian Season 2. Today is episode 1 because I have been MIA for a long time trying to get my life together, and now I'm finally going to try and do that. So today for episode 1, I have an amazing episode with two of my best friends. We are the Texas Mafia Librarians, and we are going to talk about back to school, things we've done over summer, how we're prepping for a new year, and how we have taken care of ourselves over the summer. So first, I'm going to bring in one of my bestest friends in the world. This is Deb Zeman.
Hello. Hey, what's up? What do you... Here we go. Hi, everybody. I'm Deb Zeman, librarian in Dallas-Fort Worth area, starting my 23rd year of teaching or whatever. Shut up, I'm old. I know. We've been through this before. Listen, I have a 23-year-old and a 25-year-old, and people, like, their heads explode. But, yeah. And I'm happy to be here. This will be fun. It's going to be a little insane, so hold on to your hats.
It's all good. It's going to be great. And now we're bringing in our other bestie, Amanda, a.k.a. the Next Gen Librarian. You may follow her on Instagram or on TikTok. She's like the TikTok queen. I'm so excited to have her. Here's Amanda.
Hi! I'm so excited to be here. I am worried how I'm going to come off on a podcast. So we'll see. We'll see how it all goes.
It's going to be great.
Okay.
Everything's going to be great. Everything's fun. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm so excited you're here. So, Amanda, tell us where you're a librarian and all that stuff.
So I'm a middle school 6 through 8 librarian in New Braunfels ISD. It's where I grew up, and so it's really neat to be able to work at a campus that I actually went to. I've been a librarian for 12 years, both at elementary and now secondary campus. And all the other things are, I am the current chair of the Maverick graphic novel reading list for the state of Texas. I'm also the chair of Tassel Talks editorial board blog, and I am the Tassel counselor. And I am just so excited to be here with two of my closest people to talk about books and school.
I forgot. I was supposed to say all that, what I do.
Yeah, tell us what you do.
Okay, back to me. That's funny because I did my thing for the teachers yesterday, and I have my little business card up, and it just has oh my God, I really do a lot of stuff. I am a member of TACHOS, rolling off. I'm sad, but maybe I'll get a Maverick next year, a Lone Star. We'll see. I was the District 5 webmaster. I'm the co-chair with Amanda on Tassel Talks. Yeah, I love that blog, but oops, we kind of forget sometimes, whatever. And then I was just appointed, and I'm waiting for the final stuff. I'm on the AASL, which is American Association for School Librarians, best digital web tools or whatever. I got on that committee.
Yay. Bro, that's amazing.
Yeah. I was like, oh, and the only reason why I found out is because I actually checked my junk mail, and I never do. And I was like, I never got something about something else, and I'm scrolling, and all of a sudden I'm like, wait a second. So, yeah. So I get to do that. And I told my teachers, you're going to be my guinea pigs. They were like, okay.
And in case our viewers don't remember, I'm Stephanie. I am a middle school librarian. Yay, we're all middle school. Yay! Middle school librarian in Austin. I work in Pflugerville. I am the past chair of the Maverick Graphic Novel Committee Graphic Novel Reading List Committee. I don't know.
That's right.
I do.
Yes, you are. You're secretary.
Oh yeah, and I'm Yart secretary, and I'm a doctoral student, and that's why my brain is always wonky because we just finished our summer.
Proco.
Oh yeah, and
you're on Proco.
Yeah, I'm on the TLA 2023 programming committee, and I'm sure there's other things that I'm forgetting, but it's fine. My brain is wonky, and it's 108 degrees outside, so my brain's fried. So I go back to work tomorrow. Deb's already back to work, and Amanda, when do you go back?
Officially Wednesday, but I have meetings on Tuesday. You know how it goes, so not too far behind you.
So we're going to talk about a little bit about our summer and then how we're prepping for a new year. So how was your summer? And what did you do for yourself? And tell us two books that you read that you loved over the summer.
Come on.
I want Deb to go first because her summer had better things than my summer. So.
Deb's summer was epic.
What did I do? Went to New York, got my son, picked him up. He graduated in May from St. John's. And then we went back in end of June, picked him up, and went to my stepsister's lake house on the Finger Lakes. Can I say what I bought up there? I mean, I know this is adults. 3 cases of my favorite wine. We went wine tasting at the winery I love. Herman J. Weimar, greatest Riesling in the world. But anyway, and then about a month later, we went to Florida for our 30th wedding anniversary with our best friends and just had an absolute blast. Brenda, I know you'll probably listen to this sometime, so shout out to her. We just had a great time. I hated coming back, collected lots of shells, rented a Vespa. Oh, God, what else did we do? Ate and drank and napped. And I honestly think I read a book and a half, which is like shameful because I usually, we were so busy. So that was my summer.
That sounds amazing.
Lots of recharging, which is exactly what it should be. Yeah.
But it flew because I'm like, wait, July 28th, I was back. I'm like, no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's really early, I feel like. So the only thing exciting I did was actually work related. So I went to Washington, D.C. To attend my first ALA conference as the representative for Tassel as counselor, and got to sit in on some sessions and meet some really cool school librarians from all around the country. And some of the things, some of the things that they're doing are so great that I can't wait for us to like bring to Texas and just try new things to get people more involved in TLA. And I feel like that's something that we can all work towards. So that was really fun. And I can't wait for AASL, like that one. That conference is going to be awesome. And so October definitely going to that
one. And you met Jason Reynolds.
Oh, 2 weeks.
Yes. Girl, you said I only had a few minutes to talk about this. We need a whole episode dedicated to that. Yes, and it sucked because it was like not like it wasn't like pre-pandemic. So like Stephanie and I went to see him in March 2020.
Literally right before the shutdown.
Yeah. Yes. And he wasn't doing like introductions, right? He was just going to talk and then he was going to go. So I didn't get to meet him then. And it's just been like this huge goal of mine to like meet him ever since then. And so it was like, literally they were like herding us like cattle. He would sign one book and it was the one that they gave us, and no personalization, no photos. Like it was just very, because then I get it. He could see more people that way. But I miss pre-pandemic author signing sometimes when they're that big at that level. Because then you can like talk to it, and take the pictures and all this stuff. Because I really want us to get married, and we can't do that if I only have 1 second to get an autograph. So
just throw it out. I really want us to get married.
I'm gonna shoot my shot every way I can.
She really said it. She really put it out there.
She did. Hey, you gotta manifest, man. How else is it gonna happen?
That's true. How was he supposed to fall in love with you in 1 second?
Exactly. I mean, I'm great, but I don't know if I can be 1 second.
So did you go to a session at ALA?
Did I go to his session?
Yeah.
It was at the same time that I had to go to school librarian stuff. So like, it was like, we only had like one thing that we had to go to for Tassel, and it was at the same time as his session. So I know, of course, right? Of course. Yeah. But meeting him was great. Yes.
So what were 2 books that you loved and finished over the summer?
I got mine. Do you want to go, Deb?
Yeah, you go first. I'm looking at our list as we talk.
So I try really hard as a middle school librarian to read middle grade and young adult, because those are the 2, books that we have in our libraries. And so I'm going to do one of each so that I can represent both ages. My middle grade is the 4th book in the Front Desk series by Kelly Yang, and it is Key Player. I read it the other day. I got an advanced copy. It comes out in September. If you haven't read the Front Desk series, like that needs to be priority 1 on your list if you work with 4th through 7th graders at all. Kelly Yang is just like a gift to the literary world because she can do middle grade, she can do young adult, and I know if she wanted to do adult, she would be great at that too. So I just and it's also one that's been challenged recently, and I can't believe that because she's literally just telling her story of what it was like to be an immigrant from China, and her family open a motel or like run a motel in California. This one focuses on the World Cup, which was hosted in Los Angeles. And it was China versus the United States, and it brought up a lot of racism at the time. And as a Chinese American, she was struggling to, who do I go for? Who am I supporting? Am I really 100% Chinese? Am I 100% American? And so it was very interesting because I know so many students feel torn in that way, right? If they're from another country, from another part of the world, they want to represent that part of their culture as they should, as in addition to being American. So she's just so great. Everything she writes is just so on point. So I really enjoyed that one. And then my young adult one is called Meet Me at Midnight. And it's one that I have had on my list in my shelf since 2020. It's by Jessica Pennington. And I love me a YA romance, y'all. That's my heart. And so it's got the cutest cover, and it's about a boy and a girl who have grown up going to vacation together with their families at the lake every summer. And of course, something happened the first summer they met and they turned into enemies. And so every year they go and I know, right? Enemies to lovers. Hello. That's the best one trope. And so every summer they go and they have a prank war against each other. And this year it got out of control. They're seniors, and they almost destroyed their house that they were staying in. And so the landlady kicks them out. So they decide to join forces. That's why it's she wrote a note that said, "Meet me at midnight at the dock," so they could join forces and go after her now. And so them joining forces is just too adorable. And I just thought it was the cutest thing. So if you're looking for a summer read as we dwindle down, now the weather's still summer, but we're all going back to school, so it's not like summer that way. Definitely give that one a read. So those are my two.
That was good. Okay,
Deb.
I'm going to do what Amanda did. I'm going to split it because, again, with middle school, we got to go with the 6 through 8. There are some we can stick into the high school level into the middle school. But the two I'm going to talk about, first one, and I saw Amanda had read it, and I'm like, okay, I got to go get it. Invisible by Christina Diaz-Gonzalez, which was adorable. It's the middle school version of The Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club.
Oh.
Yes, and it's a graphic novel.
ESL.
What?
The ESL kids.
Yes. Yeah. So you have the brain, the rich kid, the tough kid, the jock, and the loner. They all are forced to complete school community hours together. And the way they tell it is backwards. What was that?
My audiobook just started playing.
Weird.
That was really weird.
Only us that would have it. Anyway, so they all get in trouble, and the story is told backwards through all 5 of their perspectives, and you never find out truly until the end because they're like, okay, well, why did you do it? Why did you do it? And then they start with each kid, and then it leads, I don't want to give away too much, but it leads up to what they were doing. And the little hint is that they were helping somebody.
Oh, I was trying to put it on hold, and that's why my damn audiobook started talking. I had some Scholastic dollars, and I went in yesterday and I ordered that. And then I just want to jump in, and we got to also talk about Hummingbird.
Yeah,
I haven't read it yet.
I was gonna say it, and then it's I didn't read it this summer. I read it in April, so yeah. Yeah,
I read it right after Amanda. We saw her at TLA. Yeah, that was the session where I almost fainted. Yeah. It was so hot. No, I'm not kidding. I think I discovered it was because we had eaten at PF Chang's. Mm-hmm. I didn't ask for MSG, and I kid you not, it had been about 4 years since I had Chinese food. And all of a sudden, tunnel vision, and I started rocking, and I was knocking into Amanda and my friend Jessica, and I hear Amanda from far away, he's like, I think we need to get you out of here. Are you all right? And I was like, I don't know. So we grabbed Shannon, our friend, and I walk out, and I was soaked. I was so hot and sweaty, and all of a sudden it finally went away. Yeah, so that was right after we listened to Natalie Lloyd talk about her. What is it? OI, it's called. It's the
Yes, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Something. It's brittle bone disease she has. And so the book is all about the character. Oh my God, it's so good. Just throw that one out there. That was that. And then the other one I read that was high school, where is it? The Silence That Binds Us by Joanna Ho. And it's all about, she's Chinese, Taiwanese, American. And it's all about dealing with the death. This wasn't it the suicide of it was the suicide of her brother. I don't know, whatever.
Give the spoilers, it's fine.
Spoiler alert after the fact. But it's all about dealing with that and the family and like the mother shutting down. And I listened to it. It was 12 hours. We actually listened to it driving home from New York on regular speed because it was so well done on the audiobook. It was like, and it rips you apart because the brother was like the shining star and May is just there. And now it's like the silence is what finally brings them all back together. That's why.
That reminds me of I'm Not Your Perfect Mexican Daughter, right? Yeah. How she was like perfect and all this stuff, and then the sister isn't as much. And I'm so excited to read that now, Deb. Thanks.
And the thing is with this too is it's not just the mother, the father, and the sister. You get the perspective of the best friend. You never ever get that, and you find, and it's the best friend, his best friend. And then his sister, who is May's best friend, like they've all grown up together, and you get the perspective of they were a foursome, and then they start to tear apart. Oh my! It was so good. And I put it out on Instagram, and I was like, this is going to be a top 10 probably for Taysha's because everybody on the committee was like, oh my God. And I posted it, tagged her. And then she sent me a DM. Thank you so much. Or whatever. I was like, rock and roll.
Yay.
When you do that and the author responds, it's like, oh, I did that with Sarah Farazan today. I saw she had the middle school book coming out in February. She's the one that did Dead Flip that I interviewed at TLA. Mm-hmm. And she's going back to middle school. And I was like, when you see one of your favorite authors, and she's like, thank you so much.
Aww.
Yeah, those are my two. But, Amanda and I could easily go on and on and on and on and on, but we won't. What did you read?
My two are both horror. And I don't know what that says about me.
That's surprising.
So the first one is Kirsten White's newest book, Hide.
Woo! That was so good.
It was so good. And I started the audio because I got the audio before the book with the Libro FM thing. And then started reading the ebook once that came out. Same. And it was so freaking good. So if y'all don't know, it's about these kids who are ultimately thrown into this like hide and seek into an abandoned amusement park. And they're all thrown in and like they're told they have to hide, and then at night they can come out, and then the last person to be found wins. But I was in because of the whole like historical backstory, and like it felt very like M. Night Shyamalan and like and like The Village. I loved it. It was amazing.
But it was interesting how it was a specific 14.
Yes, they were all related to the original 14. And I loved how they were like, well, we're not going to take like the real family. It's like second cousins and like somebody's ex-husband's niece's boyfriend. So it was really cool. So my second book is Never Coming Home by Kate Williams. And Oh my God. Okay, so Kate Williams is amazing because she wrote the Babysitter's Coven series, and I love her from that. But this one, it sounds very similar to Hyde. So it's 14, not 14, 7, 10. I don't remember the number. It's a number of social media influencers who are thrown onto this private island, and they're told like they're getting this all expenses paid trip, and they're coming to bond and network, and it's supposed to be amazing. And if y'all remember Firefest, is that what it was? Okay. It's very similar to what happens at Firefest. Like they land on the island and they know like something's off. Like nobody's coming to greet them. There's no chef. That they say that it's like a Holiday Inn feel. Like there's nothing extravagant. And then people start dying. So one by one of them starts dying, and then there's this random TV posted up in like their kitchen area, and every time someone dies, a post from the company who's running the whole thing's Instagram comes up, and it's about like why this person died. And you find out that they've all been chosen for this trip because they're all hiding something where they have indirectly or directly caused someone's murder. So it's really, really, really cool. And the only thing I don't like it, like the only reason I gave it 4 stars was because the ending is like 3 pages. And
I hate when they do that.
Yeah. And then like you find out the person who actually did it and like who organized the whole thing. And I was like, no, that doesn't seem legit.
See, that's funny that you said that book, because 2 years ago we read Solstice.
Yes,
the same idea, except halfway through it gets total cheese because it's some monsters.
Yeah,
and I'm like, well, wait. I thought it was going to be somebody like killing them all.
Of the dinosaurs.
Some weird thing, yeah. So as soon as you started describing that, I'm like, hold it.
Yeah.
And I went into Goodreads and I'm like, that's what she's talking about.
Yeah,
that one really I gave 3 stars.
But this one was really, really cool. I loved it.
I think I have it on my shelf.
I loved it. It was great. Okay, so now that we've gone through our books and how our summers were, mine was meh. I just did school.
And worked out.
Yeah, I went to the gym and I did school. That's it. Yeah. Anyway, so how are y'all prepping for a new year?
Deb?
I love using Instagram to get ideas. You know, your friend Cassie Thomas, has awesome book rec things. And then there was Brooke King put the tearjerker thing, and I had bought during the Prime days that flip stand. So I went, and the person that she tagged who originally did it, I went and I took what she had, put it in, she did it in Canva, shared it for the world. And I went and I double checked my catalog to see what I had. And then if it didn't match, that's what's nice about Tidal Wave. I can go, oh, grief fiction. What do I have? Oh, okay. It's 21. That's good. So I started doing that, getting ready for library orientation with the kids. I'm going between doing a little digital breakout and a scavenger hunt with them. I was given 40 minutes, and we do group rotations, and it's like me, ESL, SPED, and something else. So we all get like 15 teachers rotating. So I'm able to tell them what I offer, all these ideas. And I actually was able to talk to them a lot about digital citizenship and all the stuff that we're going through. And they didn't realize how bad it was. And I was giving them, telling about Keller ISD. And I say, everybody is locking down. And they're like, what do you mean? I said, if you go on my Twitter, you'll see my lock. I said, we have to be so careful. Told about our mutual friend, Amanda Jones, and everything she's going through. And it's part of the digital citizenship and privacy, and showing the kids, get that location thing off. So we talked about all that, and we only have a dedicated instructional technology specialist once every couple of weeks. So it falls on me, and that's okay. So I'm going to I want to try to get the Wakelet Student Ambassador Program going. Just a whole bunch of, there's just so much, this is my second year at the school, second year in middle school because of you guys. But anyway, we have almost 28 new staff members. Yeah, 7 of them are English teachers. It's just like, woo! And so they're all excited about everything I have to offer. So, I want to do the 40 book challenge. And then was telling me about that, and I bought Donna Lynn Miller's book. So I got to. So I need to read that and everything, and I've got whatever. So it's just pushing reading. And you've seen that I threw back out on TikTok the books that I have read.
And I'm going to do that this year because of you.
That was so much fun to do that. It was so sad to take all those books down. Like, it's empty. So, there's just a lot of things. And everything is adjustment this year. After everything that happened in the spring at Uvalde, they're cracking down on security. And we've got to do things. I don't think I can have kids in the morning because they want to keep the kids. There's too much wandering, they're middle school.
Yeah.
So I have, I've got my schedule, which is great. All the teachers, the English teachers are signed up. So I've got ideas of what I can do with them. So
awesome.
It's just, it's one of those, it's a work in progress is really what it is. You have to take it day by day because things change so quickly.
True. So. I think we have something like 25 or 26 new teachers. Mm-hmm. And I think like 4 of them are ELA, which I'm super excited about.
Yeah, and that's for them, and that's,
exactly. And our department head and I have already talked about planning things, and she's teaching something called Flex, where we're going to do a lot of research and project-based stuff. So I'm super excited. And I've just been collecting things like all summer. So I take screenshots of everything, and then I put it all into a Google slide. So when we get back to school, I just go through it and be like, oh yeah, I said I wanted to do this and I want to do that. So it's already there. And I did links and stuff so that when I go back tomorrow, I can start planning.
Listen, I have no pity. I've been back since last Thursday, so I don't want to hear it.
But you're used to waking up early.
No, I was sleeping in the summer. Oh. Listen, I do not know what it's like to sleep till freaking 12 like you can. Give me a break.
I love to sleep.
You really do.
It's my hobby.
You also do not have kids. I mean, you have fur babies, but
they get in bed with me. It's fine.
My kid doesn't count anymore. He's 23. But
Amanda, what are you doing?
So a lot like what you guys are doing. I will say, I do a lot of like what Stephanie said. How throughout the summer, I email myself links. Like you could do a Wakelet, you could do all the different, Google Docs.
I was gonna say, will you stop? Get the Wakelet app on your phone.
I have it. I just don't.
I keep it on my phone for food.
Yeah. It's like a Pinterest. Yeah,
it is. I put all my recipes in it, and then when I don't know what to cook, I just go through it and look for something easy and quick. And that is 90% of what I use the Wakelet app for.
Oh my god! Food. Whatever.
Well, I haven't had as much success with the app as I have on the desktop version. I don't know. It's just easier for me to navigate more on a desktop. And so, but I use my phone for everything, right? So I see it on Instagram, I see it on Twitter, I see it anywhere, and TikTok, and I just save it or and I'll email it to myself, whatever. Cause I end up then curating it together and putting it and just going through and deciding what I want to do and what I'm excited about for the year. And so I'm going to do it's funny. Mel Solario, she is so funny. And she was like, hey, are you doing anything for your teachers for back to school? And I was like, I've done that before. I made spent hours making little QR code boxes filled with candy, all this stuff, and they barely look at it. So, I mean, I understand if that's something that you feel like you're new to a campus, or, you have a lot of new teachers, a lot of new staff. But I found a thing that's a lot easier. It's a scratch off ticket that somebody made on Twitter, and they scratch it off, and each one of them has something different that you have to come to the library to get, a stack of Post-its, a new Crayola pen,
email that.
Yes, I will, because I can totally do that. Then they come to me and I can talk to them about services in the library. It's more personal, I feel like that way. So I'm going to try that as like my welcome back thing for teachers. It's easy, throw it in their box, whatever. But like, I like the idea of a scratch off ticket because I love scratchers.
Yes.
And so that would be really cool. But yeah, so like you said, I'm just really, I am not in the full mindset yet. I've been doing stuff like I had a meeting today for our spirit committee, which I am the chair of. And then, I'm not a spirit person. I mean, I was in school, like I was a cheerleader and all that stuff, but now I am very, about that kind of stuff. However, I do want a sense of community on like wherever I work, like anybody. And there's some work that goes into that. So we met today and that was really successful. And so once I get back into the mindset of like actually showing up and being there, I'll get to have like all the ideas and everything like that. But yeah, like y'all said, I share on Twitter, I share it on Instagram. So definitely like follow us and we'll be putting all the free things out there. So,
to go back to what with Nell asking about that,
yes.
It was put on like, I don't know if it was Future Ready Librarians or something. Somebody asked about that. Oh, what do you do? It opened the floodgates.
Yes.
And I would say 90% of the librarians are like, they have me. I give enough to them. I am not spending money on lifesavers and lollipops.
No.
I mean, it went on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
And it's true because I get it. If you have brand new teachers, absolutely. I mean, 28 out of whatever we have, 60 something, it's like, oh, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
But you can also make the time to go individually to them or set up time. But,
yeah,
it's out of my pocket. I get it.
I also feel like that's a shift in education overall.
True.
Like since the pandemic, we realized our time and our money are precious and what we want to spend on it, like we have to be careful with that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a really cute idea and it kind of worked with Shannon Miller on just designing a graphic for a little takeout container. And then it's going to have a QR code to, well, hers was the library Google Classroom. Mine will be to the library Canvas, but it's going to be really simple. It's literally a pen, a mint, the QR code that I'm thinking of putting on a sticker, but it'll probably just be like a label because I'm poor. And I don't know.
Make it on, what was that, flow code?
Yeah, I love flow code.
So yeah, make it on that.
Probably something like that. But I would rather just pass out the bookmarks that I had made last year that have my library's QR code on them. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it because either way, I'm not spending my money on it. I'm just going to use my, since the teachers, I won't. So we have a weird PD schedule. Like we go back tomorrow and it's job-alike day. So I'll be with all the librarians. Monday, we have a conference that I found out I'm presenting at that. Yeah, I have 2 presentations on Monday that I have not, but that's how I live. You'll know that.
Oops.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
we can do it at the last minute.
Yeah, so I won't really see my teachers until Tuesday or Wednesday anyway. So I've got some help.
When's your first day of class?
The 16th. Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all want to hear? Yeah, my first day of class, 24th.
Oh, just whatever.
But when's the last day of school?
We do not go into June.
Well, that's right.
Yeah, our town may kind of like school. So yeah, I told you.
What are you, 180?
Yeah. Well, probably. 180, I think.
Our last day, our first day is the 16th, and then our last day is whatever the Friday before Memorial, or Thursday before Memorial Day is.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we're the Wednesday before Memorial Day. But we get Labor Day, Columbus Day, the week of Thanksgiving, the 2 weeks at Christmas.
Yep.
What is it? Martin Luther King and President's Day, and then our spring break in March, and then what is it?
Good
Easter
Friday.
Monday, but Good Friday is a bad weather day,
Yeah.
And TLA, and TCEA.
What?
And TLA, and TCEA.
But we're working. We're working.
Yeah.
We are working. Yeah, that's what people don't understand.
Yeah,
Here,
TLA
look
is
at my
not a
paper
vacation.
with every note that I took.
For real. So, do you have any new school year resolutions, and or what are you hoping for this year?
Survive. I don't know. I am scared, or I don't know if I want to say scared, concerned with all the freaking crazies out there that, I'm trying to say this delicately, the people that are in power, I hope they listen to the librarians. We are the ones with the degree. We are the ones that have to follow protocol. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Please, 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 don't just come to us, talk to us.
Yeah.
But other than that, just, I don't know, maybe take a break from presenting, but it's not going to happen.
Do we know how to do that?
Whatever.
Not present?
I want to be Amanda and read 500 books.
Same, dude. I want to read a book a day like Amanda.
Listen, I was trying over the summer, and then I went on my one vacation, and that was it. So
no, I told myself at the beginning of the summer, I was like, I am gonna read my entire TBR and every arc that I got from TLA, and then you know what happened? Stranger Things.
Nothing.
Stranger Things.
Yes. Stranger Things.
Yes. Series, and then rewatched it, and then I watched The Summer I Turned Pretty. I watched all of Seinfeld again, all of Gilmore Girls again. Like my bed.
Did you watch The Gray Man yet?
No. My mother told me I have to watch it with her.
Whatever. Mom, just get on. We'll do FaceTime. It was so good.
And for old people like me, even though I'm not. Anyway, whatever. Degrassi is all on HBO Max, and HBO bought the rights to Degrassi, so they're going to bring it back. So I've been watching all of the old episodes of Degrassi, and now I'm on season 13, and there's only 14. So I can tell you anything that happened on Degrassi in the past 20 years. But yeah, I did not read.
I don't know nothing. I don't know what you were talking about. Listen, you talk to me about Growing Pains or Family Ties, or what was the other one with the girls at the boarding school? Take the good. Facts of Life. Facts of Life. Facts of Life. Any of that 80s stuff, 70s stuff. The Monkeys, for God's sake. But that was the second time I'm really dating myself.
Nope.
The Monkeys.
And my TV finally was like, bro, you've really been.
Did it judge you? Did it say, are you still watching like Netflix does? Yes, I'm still watching.
Yeah. Especially when you're binging and it goes and it goes.
Yes. Am I watching The Office?
Oh, there you are.
Watching it.
Yeah. I did watch the Stranger Things.
You froze for a little bit.
All right. I did watch the Stranger
Well, my TV shit out on me.
I did watch the Stranger Things series twice. I literally got home from my stepsisters and threw it on and watched it again. And Zach comes in. He's like, for real? I said, for real.
Yeah.
Okay, Mom, I'll watch it with you. And just threw himself in the chair and we just watched it. Eddie is the end all be all. If he doesn't come back, I'm going to be mad. And we lost Steph again.
Oh, no.
I know. She froze.
But
it's still recording. I hope, or we could just be
right. I see the numbers going. So yes, it is there's.
What is it? Wait, sorta.
Is it me?
It's me. There you go. I can hear you. I can't see you.
We can hear you though. There you go. Now you're
That's fine. All right. Anyway,
the heat is melting the internet wires.
Dude, it really
is.
Anyway, okay. So, do you have any new school year?
Yes. I am so excited. Well, and it's so funny because for a lot of the summer, I wasn't excited about going back. I was very much like Deb, right? What is this year going to be with the whole Uvalde thing? We're worried about that. We're worried about book banning. It's been our big topic all summer, which you think we're not even in school. Why are we having book bans? But you know how it goes. So, definitely have a lot of trepidation, right? And so I was really searching deep down for my excitement. besides the kids, because I'm always excited to see the kids, because like my returning library aides and all that kind of stuff. That's super exciting. But I need something else. Like I need something more. So I had the opportunity to be the new club chair for our LGBTQI plus club, which I'm really excited about.
Yay!
It kind of came
cool.
about naturally. Like I had done a lot of PD last summer in anticipation of being that person in charge of that club, because we didn't have one. We actually do not have one at all in our entire district, except for the one that kind of grew naturally from a lot of our sixth graders asking for it. And our choir teacher took it upon himself to do it, which was so great of him, in October, and then he quit in March. And so we needed somebody to take it over. And so thank goodness to Heather Horner. Like she came in clutch. I emailed her and got a lot of her Gay Straight Alliance bylaws and rules and like meeting notes and all the things, because I want to be very strong and intentional with this club. I worry that parents will come for it. And so I want to make sure I have everything in place. I want to register it with the GSA for the state if I can, to make sure that and then we're going to have officer elections, like seriously take it very seriously. So I'm really excited about it. That was my big thing that like kicked me. I'm like, oh my gosh, yay. I have so many ideas, and I know the kids are going to have a lot of ideas, and just keep it very consistent and very organized. And that's like my jam. So that I'm really excited about. There's also a new social media app that the kids are into, which means I get to be into it and be super cringe. But I actually, no, wait, Deb, don't make that face. It's actually really good. Let me tell you why. Okay. So it's called Be Real.
Oh,
It's a 2-hour one, right? Or like you've got a certain amount of time to post.
Yes. So they'll send you a notification, and you have 2 minutes to post what you were doing right then and there, which I love because it's authentic. It shows kids that so much of what we see on Instagram and stuff like that is prepped a lot ahead of time, and it's not all real. There's a lot of editing that takes place sometimes, a lot of yes. And so it can be definitely like day in the life of a librarian, or like a month in the life, right? Like anytime you get the notification, you got to stop what you're doing, take a picture, show people, look what librarians do. Look what we are always doing all the time, from curating to research to teaching lessons, digital citizenship, all of the things. Because so many people, I feel like a big part of this book banning thing is that they don't know what we do. They don't know what our what we have to have, which is a master's degree and at least 2 years in the classroom in the state of Texas as a teacher. So, they don't know that there's a lot of schooling that goes into our jobs, and there's a lot of rules that we have to follow for picking books for our library. And a lot of times I feel like the reason that they're coming so hard is because it's ignorance, right? It's a lack of information. So the more I can put out there about what we do on a day-to-day basis, I feel like the more they'll feel maybe a little bit more comfortable in trusting us. But again, that's also just education in general. I feel like ever since the pandemic, it's been a lot of not trusting teachers, wondering what they're doing in the classroom, like with CRT, which no one is teaching CRT, by the way, in a classroom. Unless you So I feel like the more we can be open and honest and share our daily lives with the parents, the better they're going to feel about trusting us. So that I'm excited to have.
What are you putting as your name?
The Next Gen Librarian.
I just signed up and put the Lispy Librarian.
Yeah.
And it made me do a post already.
Yes. And then we can all be together and we can get alerts and share with each other. So,
and you can't comment on anyone else's stuff or see anyone else's until I love it. I love it.
Yes. So let's get down. Let's present on Be Real.
I mean, let's do it. Love that.
Oh, crap.
All right, guys.
My username. Oh, what the fuck?
Deb, you're guys
into this stuff. Okay, got it.
Do we use hashtags again?
You can connect it to your Snap. I think to your Instagram, maybe.
It says, wait a few seconds. We're retrieving your contacts.
So there are some bugs still, because like with any new social media app, they're working out all the different kinks and stuff. But I feel like they're going to continue to roll out updates. And it's when it gets to where it needs to be, it's going to be really cool.
This is cool. I like it. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Deb, what's your school year resolution?
I said it already. Survive.
Okay.
Yeah, just, try some new things. I like the idea about this be real thing. Take your first be real. What do I do? This?
Wait. Fix your face. Yeah, there you go. Because it's going to get yourself.
I look hysterical.
It's
Whoa,
getting both
no, wait. Allow me using it.
Watching Deb figure out new technology is my favorite thing.
Oh, what the hell? That little side picture.
I told you it's going to take both cameras, front and back.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Okay, there we go.
All right.
Well,
Deb figures that out. While Deb figures out be real.
Yes.
My school year resolution is be intentional, because intentional was also my 2022 word of the year. Because
do you like type anything on it, or you just send it?
No, once you take it, it'll tell you to put a caption in.
It doesn't.
Because I am a yes person.
Oh hell!
And I am learning how to say no and not do everything. Especially now that I'm about to start my 3rd year in my doctoral program. It's my 2nd year at this school, and I want to do everything, but I have to be intentional and make sure that what I'm doing is actually going to be good. Like, I'm not just going to be winging it. I mean, I live my life by winging it, but like, it's going to be purposeful and intentional. So that's
holy crap. There's a lot of people on here that I know.
Oh my God,
we're listening to Stephanie.
It's really bad being an ed tech librarian, like figuring this crap out. Okay.
I love it. All right, guys. Well, before we sign off, tell our viewers and our listeners where they can find you.
Be real.
Dude.
I need a break.
Apparently, yes.
Okay. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Deb Zeman LMS. That's where you'll find me. What else?
I'm on all the socials. So it's the Next Gen Librarian. We're locked down on Twitter right now, but if you are a librarian or an educator, we will follow you back. So please don't hesitate to do a follow request, but definitely check us out on TikTok. We're all on TikTok as well. Snapchat, I'm on all the things. So please give us a follow and let's connect.
And everything. And we're going to make our own librarian network within Twitter, since we'll all follow each other and do our own thing. It's like safe. I wish there was like a safe Twitter where you could just be like, no.
Close friends, like how on
Instagram,
it's
like close friends.
Yeah.
Elon should have done that before he backed out. Dummy.
I'm glad he did. He was okay. That's a whole other conversation.
It's a whole other there because that's a whole other conversation.
Yes.
All right.
I feel like we're on Zoom and I'm like, let me tell you all the things. Like, Amanda, be aware.
All right. I'm going to end our broadcast and then I think we'll stay here. I don't know what happens. We'll find out. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.